On the 4th of September, 2025, these paranormal investigators decided to explore an old abandoned mansion, a place with a horrifying legend of a demonic djinn that locals say haunts the village's children. They went in looking for proof, hoping to see if the legend was true. But they were about to find out the hard way that this legend might not just be a made-up story. Here's how it all started. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tonight I'm not in shadow. Shh. Could you roll up with yeah. Oğlum besop bakayım sen ol ya, sen gittin de direkt oraya oraya verip sana bir şey oluyor. Ben anlayamadım be. Anlayayım. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bak ben oğlum. Bakın. İşi geçti. Emef. Şimdi sen var. Üft. Smell what other than that was a lot of that. Oh, this may be better. Yeah. Well, Ariana says you didn't miss Ariana. Ariana says, shh. As they pushed deeper into the mansion, a door at the end of the hall violently slammed shut right in front of them. The obvious explanation would be the wind, but the investigators confirmed the night was completely still. They burst into the room, only to find it was totally empty. That was the entity's first warning shot, a clear sign that the investigators had seriously outstayed their welcome. Selamun aleyküm. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oldu la. Şeyin üstünde. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Beşik mi lan? Oğlum bu beşik o da mıydı? Vallahi bilmiyorum. Buraya hepsini hatırlamıyorum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nasıl hatırlamıyorum ne sonuç? Shortly after barely making it out of that room with their hearts still in their mouths, they begin to hear footsteps echoing overhead. And as they go to check it out, something throws an object at them. Things were beginning to become more dangerous, with objects being hurled. If the guy had stuck his head out a little more, he might have caught this one in the face.
If you really touch that REM pod hard, we'll be able to know that you're here. Can you do that for us? Grab that REM pod for us. There you go. Wow. We appreciate that.
Wow.
That lets us know that you're here.
Apparently, whatever lurks in those shadows wanted to be left alone. But our guys are busy sticking their noses into its business. Then, they decided to go into the deepest, darkest parts. But before they could even leave that part of the mansion, another warning shot was fired. And this time, it was too hard to ignore. Take a look. Zaten etraftan ses geliyor. Çapladı bir yürüyüp. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You oraya bakıp olamaz kalsın işte ben şimdi ya. Ustamı siper diye. Ustamı siper almadım. Gel. Wow, zıplarım şimdi. Yürü. Looking. Yürü. That object that comes crashing down from the ceiling is a cradle. And what makes this so much creepier is that this isn't the first time they've seen it during the investigation. Earlier, they had found this exact same cradle mysteriously thrown into another room, but when they came back to get another look, it had completely vanished. This is a textbook example of what paranormal investigators call an uphole, one of the rarest and most baffling phenomena where an object dematerializes from one place and reappears in another. And the fact that it's a cradle is a chillingly symbolic warning, giving the local legend of a djinn that haunts children. With their hearts in their throats, they knew it was time to get the hell out of there before they became the mansion's next tragic story. But as they were about to skedaddle, the entity had one last conjuring-style trick up its sleeve. Take a look. Salam alaikum. Sıkıntı was şurada. Ortada epeyse şurada. Görüntü. Hala bir çıkını gibi. Salam alaikum. Lan. Şurada lan. Vallahi bir şurada lan. Lan ne oluyor? Vallahi Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tam çıkıp. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. After a couple of near misses, they finally make it out with bruised egos and an experience they can only wish makes them stronger. But what do you make of this? Real poltergeist activity, or a bunch of dudes with too much time on their hands? Let us know in the comments.
It said
You
former?
said, are you a police officer? It just said former.
Were you the one that jumped out? Oh my god, I'm afraid to even say this. Are you the one that jumped out of the 4th floor window? If you are, touch that little red button again.
TikTok user Magnus Madsen had just moved into his new home, hoping for a fresh start and a clean break from his past. But something from his childhood house seems to have followed him. In his new place, objects began moving on their own, and glowing orbs were often seen floating across rooms. The activity became so frequent that Magnus set up cameras throughout the house, determined to prove he wasn't losing his mind. But since his story was last featured, things have taken a much darker turn. Watch this. My house is still haunted. After a long time, something finally happened. It really scared me this time. Troubled by the nightly disturbances, Magnus decided to focus one of his cameras on the staircase, where the knocking seemed to come from every night. Only 2 days into recording, he captured something so horrifying, it made him question whether he should stay in the house at all. Imagine lying in bed every night, knowing your front door could open by itself at any moment. Would you stay? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. But maybe it's time for Magnus to pack his things and leave this ghost house behind.
The door's moving. Holy sh!
Can you come in here and assist the doctor?
The door's moving. Holy sh!
A guy named Ahmad was visiting his family home when his 7-year-old sister wanted to show him a cute little picture she'd drawn. But it wasn't a cute picture. In fact, it was kind of horrifying. Why wouldn't show me? I picture you picture you. That's daddy, that's mommy, and that's me. And what's that? That's Steve. Steve. Yeah, Steve. Who's Steve? My friend. What? Your imaginary friend? My best friend. Your best friend, Steve. You got a best friend that looks like this. It's my best friend, Steve. Okay. Oh, I'm leaving the house. The little girl's drawing of her nightmarish friend Steve went viral, even inspiring some viewers to create renderings of what Steve might look like in real life. Viewers of Ahmad's video encouraged him to ask the little girl a few more questions about her imaginary friend Steve, and things went from bad to worse. Mama says you got 2 imaginary friends. Nah, I've got 2 best friends. You got 2 best friends. Yeah, 2. Show me the picture. Who's up? That's Steve. Yeah, that's Margaret. And who's up? That's you. That's me. Yeah, but you spelled my name wrong. Yeah, but that's you. That's me. Yeah, you have mustache. And your eyebrows. My eyebrows. You have my eyebrows all like that. Yeah, but she eyebrows. So why did you run this for? Because Steve doesn't like you. Steve doesn't like me. Yeah, but Margaret likes you. Margaret likes me. She's holding your hand. She's holding my hand, but she's eating me. Are you sure Margaret likes me? Yeah, she's holding your hand. Do I need to be worried? No. So this is not a joke. I have left the house. Showing in the Steve part 4. I'll be honest, I'm not giving that update. Because now I'm unliked by Steve, whoever this person is. It turns out that Ahmad's little sister has another imaginary friend named Margaret. But even creepier, he learns that for some reason, her old friend Steve just doesn't like him. So why did you on this for? If Steve doesn't like you, Steve doesn't like me. Yeah, Ahmad is now a little freaked out. He says that after this last visit with his little sister, the drawings are just getting a bit too creepy for him. He says that he won't be checking in with another update on Steve. Or Margaret, for that matter.